This is our professor, Brady Collins, and we're going to be doing an interview with her on the importance of children in touch, and we just want to ask you a couple of questions. First, when a child physically approaches you, do you reject or embrace it, and why?
Oh, I would say neither. I mean, I make myself available for the child to be touched by the child. And then if they want, like, to sit on my lap or to hang on me, then I will involve myself in touching them and holding on to them. But I really want them to initiate the touch, but I want them to be clear that they are welcome to touch me. Right.
So if a child comes to you and says, "Oh, can I have a hug?" and you welcome that, you approve.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Do you think that, in your own opinion, this affects their growth and development, especially concerning younger children?
Oh, I absolutely think that. I think that that so much right now, not just children, everybody's getting the message that the touch is for sex, and so it really does pervert a lot of our relationship, because we want to be able to touch each other, we want to be able to hug, we want the warmth of another person, their hand on our shoulder, we want to get wrapped up in somebody else's hug, right? Without feeling threatened, without feeling like sexual prey, that that's what's going on right now, and we want to not have to wonder about it. So I really want there to be an environment where, well, in this instance, children particularly, but also the people in my life, my students, I want them to feel like they can put their hands on me, I want children to feel like this is a really safe space, and touch is not a scary thing. The touch can be, just an expression of, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. And
that can be really, I think that's important for, especially in sociology, you're teaching. I think the social life, how we interact, how does that apply, I guess? As there's social development, not besides a one-on-one, but how you view people as they're putting their hand on you, touching things like that.
Well, I think that again, it's sort of this thing of, if it's all about seduction, if it's all about predator, and I want something from you, and so I'm going to try to trick you into it, that becomes what touch is about. Mm-hmm. Well, then we're never going to feel just comfortable, I'm just laying back on somebody, right? And I'm just, I love it when kids, I know a couple of teachers who really, if kids see them, they climb them like they are jungle gyms. I love that. I mean, it really gives me hope when I see little kids feeling like they own their bodies, that their body isn't just this place where people can do you harm, but it's wonderful to be inside of it, to experience life. And I mean, it's funny that on the one hand we have these little kids who don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. At the same time that there's this discussion about fitness and, the value of bodies. It's like, the value of bodies is, the touching and living inside of them. And so certainly I really encourage people to encourage children to live in that thing. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for answering our questions.
I'm happy to answer your questions.